Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, here in front of Rambos, and let's continue looking into the Crystal Tower, hopefully. Serenia, it's good you have come. I have news you must be made aware of. Alas, none of it bodes well for us, nor for Unai, Doga, and Nero imprisoned in the Dark Realm. Think back upon our last foray into Circus Tower, if you will. The calamity stirred the place from its long slumber and awoke Emperor Zande, but you, Serenia, you ensured that he was laid to rest permanently. Yes, the Emperor had sealed a binding covenant with a terrible void sin known as the Cloud of Darkness. Even as Doga and Unai labored to annul this contract, the entity reached through a rift and dragged the pair of them, and Nero, out of our realm. Since that day, Noah has devoted itself to rescuing Unai and Doga and Nero from beyond the rift. Our research, however, has exposed a far more dire problem. The Crystal Tower still acts upon Emperor Zande's orders and collects energy to open another void gate, even as we speak. Indeed, the place is nigh hums with energy. We have done all we can to stop the Imperial Edict, but to no avail. Just as the gate would open only for Unai and Doga, so too will the power heat only those with the royal blood of Alak. It is a most galling design. Granted, this was not always so vexatious, according to the elegant tombstones Nero presented us. During the golden age of Alak, the royalty had some means of bestowing their blood upon others. If they hadn't such a technology, Amon and his underlings could never have controlled the Crystal Tower. But we do not have this art nor any with royal blood. Every moment we wait, a vast rift through which the cloud of darkness can enter our realm threatens to open. Such a disaster cannot be allowed to come to pass. We must seal the Crystal Tower and annul Zande's covenant with the Dark Realm. And for that we need to save Unai and Doga. If only breaking the letter would suffice, but then what of the energy building in the Crystal Tower? Without suppression, that power could discharge and cause a calamity like the one that destroyed Alak. In truth, we have more than just 3 lost compatriots to worry about. If we do not act, our very world will fall before the might of this threat. Yeah. We know but one way out of this predicament. Rescue those who can control the tower from beyond the Dark Realm, and seal the rift shut after them. And mercifully, not all our news is quite so bleak. 'Tis true we cannot stop the Void Gate from manifesting within the tower, but this can be to our benefit. We can use Circus' power for our own purpose and create a portal to carry us into the Dark Realm. And save those 3. We have heard this is possible from a man of a thaumaturgist guild, well versed in otherworldly matters. And with Master Garland working to create that portal, the final preparations are well underway. And here comes the man himself. Serenia, just the woman we need. Yes, our fellowship is indeed complete, and all parties privy to our strategy. And you, Master Garland? How fare your endeavors? Quite well. The device is nearly ready, though attaching the damnable thing to Circus Tower took every ounce of ingenuity the Ironworks has got. But it should produce the energy we need. Just with a little more fine-tuning we can open a rift. I'm here to request your presence at the tower. I'll leave Biggs and Wedge at the 8 Sentinels as guides. And do hurry, Serenia. I'm sure you wouldn't miss another chance to save the world, would you? Who could resist? Well, Sid certainly seemed to have a firm hand on the helm. Shall we make our way to the Crystal Tower? Okay. Yay, travel time to cut out. So yeah, I'll bet you're here to watch us pry open a rift between worlds, huh? We're almost ready. Circus Tower is full of engineers scouring around and making adjustments. We're dealing with a lot of power and with a single couplings of, well, boom! But it should be fine, really. Anyway, you'd best wait at the top. The chiefs were overseeing the whole operation. My friends, you've arrived. I'm just waiting for my engineers to give a signal. Then we'll see if we can't open a gateway to another world. Is there something I missed, Gra? Emperor Xander's throne. How the mighty have fallen, eh? Once it stood as a symbol of Alak's art and power. Now it's nothing more than an empty chair. Just imagine if Alagan's civilization had lived on, and the just emperor still sat on that throne. How different would our history be? How much further would we have advanced? Unfortunately, there was no stopping Xander and his ambition. There were those who tried. Huh? What do you know? Xander's war of dominion left no one unscathed. Unable to abide the horrors inflicted upon the people, warriors young and brave took up the sword against Alak. These men and women became as beacons of hope to those who had suffered, not unlike the warriors of light in our age. But all this merely hastened the destruction. Just as I moved toward Alak's heart for the kill, Xander lashed out in anger and frustration, as trapped beasts are wont to do. In his desperation, Xander desired that a great rift be opened to hasten the cloud of darkness's coming. To this end, he commanded the sun's power held within Dalamut be emptied into Circus Tower at once. The act brought terrible consequence. The tower only withstood the blast by flooding the land below with energy. Circus was swallowed by the very earth upon which it once stood. The fourth Umbral calamity. I'd learned of its cause from Unei and Dorga. I had no idea that rebellion incited Xander to rashness, though. Your knowledge of Alagan history is astounding, Graham. Why a man could study for 2 lifetimes and only learn half of what you know. Mayhap. 'Tis strange, though. I cannot seem to remember where I learned such things. Yes? Biggs. Are you ready? Ready and raring to open up that void gate, Chief. We reckon when this machine's up and running, she'll be able to float 5 airships the size of Iagrius. So just give us a word and we'll start channeling energy into the tower. Good. Then let's get started. Our preparations are complete. Everyone, step away from the throne. Alright, let's see what this machine can do. Now, Biggs. of the rift. Ah, the rift to the world of darkness, as Unai called it. Splendid work, Master Garland. We can't break out the meat just yet. The tough part's still ahead. We've broken into the dark realm, but the gate's not all that stable. It won't stay open forever, and only a few can use it. I, for one, will remain here to ensure the void gate stays open. As with the Sons of Saint Koinak, this rift is our sole path to salvation. If it closes, we are all truly lost. Which leaves Serenia, my friend. 'Tis a heavy burden I must task you with, but there are none more able. Pray, lead the adventurers beyond the rift. I do not know what awaits you, save the cloud of darkness and our three comrades, but you must go, for the fate of our world now rests upon your shoulders. This is our only gambit, but I have every faith you will succeed. It will be no small feat to return after you have passed beyond the rift. Make certain you are prepared before leaving. Might I have a moment of your time, Serenia? There's a matter of import we must needs discuss ere you leave. Serenia, I wish to speak to you about my eye. As you are no doubt aware, it is a trait seen only among Allagan royalty. Long have I pondered why such is my inheritance. The sanguine hue must have some bearing upon my destiny, this much Doga himself admitted. But what? In truth, the more I learn of the Crystal Tower, the less I am myself. Somehow meeting those two clones has wrought great change in me. I'm consumed with remembering something ancient, but ever so important. And my father's words echo in my mind, the self-same ones his father told him. The truth of our eye lies with Alag. Mayhap what I wish to remember and those words are related. Mayhap not, but I know I must learn the truth that history hides from me. I would see this journey, our journey, through to the very end with my own true eyes. So I implore you, allow me to join you beyond the rift. Alright. You have my thanks, my friend. Now let us venture into the world of darkness to save our comrades and our realm. And with that, we unlock the world of darkness, the third and final raid of the Crystal Tower questline. And with that, welcome to the world of darkness. Now, this is not my first run of this dungeon at all, but I wanted to try to show off the mechanics a little bit, and so... Ah! Tank stance. Okay, so as you see, three cameras. Careful, IOEs. And the two-headed dragon. Now, the world of darkness is is, like the entire Crystal Tower, of course, a massive Final Fantasy III reference, namely of the World of Darkness, where the final dungeon of Final Fantasy III. And all the encounters here are basically references to encounters there. So with a twin-headed dragon, which was one of the side bosses. I believe twin-headed dragon. It might just be a mob. I'm really not certain right now. It's been a while since I've played Final Fantasy III. There's the Angra Manju. Okay, one of the other tanks got it, so turn off your tank stance. And let him handle that. Now, this divided field here, you can't avoid it. Important is, when you use it again, stand in the other field or you get a ton of damage. So this time I was in the red, next time I have to stand in the blue. Oh, careful. Level 100 flare. Final hourglass. Yeah, kill the ads. They don't do anything. And there's the last field, and don't stand in there, that sucks. And ads. And as I said, the blue field. And level 150 death. If there's a multitude of 3 players standing in there, you all of them die. Will you please stop? Have fun, I take it. Mortal Gaze, turn around or you die. Or whether just get Doom and have to step on these glowing platforms, but they can shift, and it's far easier just to turn away. Okay, I'm dead. People? You given up? Hourglass is all bad, right? What the heck? No chance. Wow. All the damage. Wow. Been a while since I wiped there. Yeah, somehow I made it. Yeah, it's recommendable to tank him in the middle, but I took him off another tank who plain died, so yeah. Ist egal. Doesn't matter. Okay. The second mini-boss. The Queen Scylla. Everywhere? And let's go. No, once more. One tank is enough. And in a moment there will be portals on the sides. If you don't kill them before the cast is over, they spawn a they spawn something. So kill as many as you can to make this fight easy. There's a treasure chest then. Once we open it, there's a Zande clone and another set of portals. And the chest, the Zande clone in the chest is also the Final Fantasy III reference once more. In the final dungeon, every treasure chest held a Zande clone that guarded the treasure within. Okay, and the second real boss, a five-headed dragon. So fast. Discordance. Now the heads get attackable, and for every head you kill off, it gets weaker. If possible, get them all. Careful, that ice field grows bigger, and that is a long time stun. Balls. Poison puddle, come here. Just kill it off, the poison puddle, so it doesn't multiply. What else? Field? Up. And believe those are... No? Ah, there they are. Come. You can pass these around, these tethers to the mobs. You cannot attack the little dragons. And they constantly do damage, so... And increasing damage, but you can tap it around between players, and that works pretty well. Usually. Okay, now in this mini boss once more. We had it before, party split. A goes left, B goes middle, C goes right. Everyone here? No. Careful, targeting. And they're all eaten. And well, he spews them out in a moment. Press the button. There's an ad. Oh, careful. Oh, yeah. That blade gets me every time. Die! Okay. Once you're done, another jump point. And on we go. Third boss? Ah, it's already the kind... No, the Cerberus. Magnus has it. Careful with the tail. And he ripped himself loose. Okay, in the gastric juice. Just hit it. You get a mini status. Not all players must do this, but a few at least. When you're minied, you must step into this purple puddle of goop. And then you come into his stomach and can start hitting his stomach walls. And once you have killed the stomach wall parts off, he goes down and you can reattach the chains. Too many AoEs. Hound of Hell is a straight line ahead attack. Hound out of hell. Cancel that. And abandonment players. Cuddle with the teammates or get feared. I take the ad. And the boss is down. Now, unlike Crystal Tower, the World of Darkness, the equipment looks actually pretty good. And there we are at our final boss. Who disturbs the gloom? Ah, mortals from the realm of light. You have not stumbled here for purpose. I am the cloud of darkness. What I do not smother, I devour. What I cannot devour, I destroy. The covenant is everlasting. All mortals before a flood of darkness will sink lifeless into the void. Now, Cloud, there she is. Don't stand in front of her when she shows up somewhere, because that happens. Yeah, we know this from Sunday. Someone needs to stand in each of these bubbles. Someone doesn't stand right there. Pink particle beam? That's it? Ah, some poor guy. Now the cloud of darkness breathes in. Catch these clouds that are start drifting to her. Especially the storms. Do not neglect the... lasers again. I'll take that. Darkness take you all. Now. Well, not too much because we caught the... Now, where is she? My team. Well, then what? You're locked out. Yeah, but when these fields show up, these are literally walls that block players out. So enough players need to stand in there. It doesn't need to be the group, it just needs to be enough players to burn down the thingies. Mechanics. No chance. Yeah. Ooh. Never. Ooh. Ow! I must admit, this is one of the worst World of Darkness ones I ever had. Yeah, alone, never. Forget it. Huh. Okay, that was my first wipe ever at that boss. Okay. So Quilliam wants to tank, so let them. But hey, at least I can show off some of how bad one can fail here. Okay, stones and don't see anything. So let's back to the cloud. Darkness take you all. It doesn't. Hypercharge cloud. Again, off to the side. And someone does a limit burst. Okay. That was the cloud. Cloud of Darkness minion if you want. I already have it. These two. Okay. Anyway, back to our regular scheduled program in the past.